Good morning. Last day on the trail. Sunrise is happening behind us. See a little bit in the leak. Mosquitoes are feisty today, again. We're going to get packed up and get on the move, so in case it rains, we get through the crack before that, hopefully. So we'll see you on trail. I'd like to say that the only site that didn't start out as a calf burner was Moose Pass. They don't play around. We're going up there. That's why we just had to come up. What? There's our lake. Goodbye, little Superior. For sighting a bear poop. Is this considered an emergency site, or somebody just made a nice site by themselves by the water? Pretty much 1 kilometer up, 45 minutes away from Little Superior. That was a heart pumper, like a mini crack. Thank God we're going up, not in. Yeah, I know, I'm looking at the view. Just for a sec. That's the lake we were down beside, now we're above it. Catching my breath and showing you this tree. Ooh. There's no such thing as a small up on this trail. And if you find a small up, it's straight up, like you're climbing a ladder almost straight up. There's Georgian Bay. Let's see what kind of view we have coming up. Off trail a little bit, but it's okay. Kind of like a dried up something down here, and just all forest. You better have some good grip on your shoes coming down this stuff. With a lot of this rock you walk over. You need yourself some Vibram grip. We got ourselves a sign. No thank you, we just came from there. We're going this way. There's another sign over here. These are new. All right, the last video where I showed the Georgian Bay and that dried up pondish area and the white rocks to the right, that's what we're on right now, going down. Whoa, is that Clarny Lake in front of you? These are new signs. It says we reached the end of the crack trail. Look at that.
Maybe you can see the crack from here.
Crack parking lot. These are all new signs. Going down. All right, here's the crack. All right, just make it through all this, and then we're going down again. That was the crack view, but at first it just seemed so different to me. But this doesn't seem different to me. Going down, coming down. Here comes stranger danger up there. Hardest part's over. Just gonna make it through here. I've did the crack lookout, I think, at least 3 times. It just didn't seem familiar to me up there. It's weird. Maybe because there's no people. Ugh. Georgian Bay way off in the distance. And we're just going down now. Still coming down off the crack. More people are coming. Still going down. Stranger danger's over here somewhere. Stranger danger, I thought I'd call her stranger danger because the backstory to that is I talked to her for about 20 minutes in person and then we did the trail. So yeah, but we did good. It was all right. We kept pace and it was excellent. It was a beautiful trip. It's almost done, but I loved it. It was a great time. And see, not all strangers are bad. Keep that in mind. Got some more nice people going up to view the crack. Some for the first time, some have already been here. Stranger danger found some energy. She's up ahead of me. But I played a dangerous game called quickly go in the woods and pee before all the crowds walk by you. And I just made it. Here's the cairn of all cairns. Or cairns, however you pronounce it. That is huge. We're going this way. So a lot of people have their dogs going up the crack. I wouldn't want that extra worry. And it is so hot out today. Even though we washed like every day and soaked our clothes and hung them out to dry every day, we smell riper than a banana that's been in the sunshine. I was telling Stranger Danger that we've seen more blazes in the last 10 minutes than we've seen in the last 7 days. It goes to tell you that they just don't want these people to get lost, these day hikers, city folk coming to the country. A little break, that's Kakakis. Took me so long to learn how to say that. Tail end of Kakakis. This trail will be pretty laid back now until we get to the Cranberry Bog Trail, which also parts of it joins on to the Cloche Trail, which will be good. I got a site booked in the park tonight. That'll be nice just to chill and decompress and then drive home tomorrow. Take the time to look at the pretty flowers. In through there is George Lake. And then this is still Kakakis. On we go. Gonna be a lot of people from here on in. I'll catch you when we veer off this trail. 6 kilometers to drop our packs, hot shower, into town for either fish and chips or a hamburger and ice cream. Woo! All right, Stranger's Danger's up ahead. I had to take a pee break. Got molested by mosquitoes. It's horrible, but it needed to be done. I have to say I'm so happy to cross this off my bucket list. It was well worth every bug bite and random bruise I have on my legs. And every anxiety-riddled thought I may have had at some of the sketchy trail that we had to go on. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Would I do this trail again? Probably not. I really don't have any need to. And we'll just leave it at that. But you never know, but I doubt it. But I love it. It was very nice. But I'd rather do a new trail next time. There's other trails on my bucket list I have to get through first. Remember the story I was telling you about Stranger Danger sitting on the log and that to pee and the log broke? Well, she told me after that. when the log broke, she actually did 4 rolls down the hill with her pants down around her knees. Can you imagine? That's hilarious. I said, did you test the log? She's like, no. I said, you might want to do that next time. We just rounded Sealy Lake. Looks a little dried up at one end. Coming around, I think the next one is Shogunda, and then AY, and then we're out. One of the best things I did was wear this fanny pouch to keep my phone in while I was hiking, and some snacks. Best $5 clearance purchase I did at Walmart. And it matches my shoes. Just coincidence, that's all that was. Because I've had this pouch for a few years now. One takeaway from this trail as I'm wandering out is I will never pack the same breakfast for every day again, because I couldn't even stomach oatmeal for the last 2 days. And then my dinners were good. That was okay. And then snacks were all right, but I need a variety more. And protein bars, I need different brands of protein bars, not the same brand, because those weren't even appealing come yesterday. I wish I would have brought more peanut butter, more wraps, and some more turkey pepperettes. Those I haven't got sick of yet. Ghost pipe growing, I do believe. I don't know if I mentioned, but this trail is named after Frank Carmichael's painting the Cloche silhouette. And the group of 7 were big advocates in the preserving, sorry, I can't speak, I'm tired, preserving of this park because it was so dear to them. So good on them. I could see where they drew the inspiration for a lot of their paintings just being at the lakes I was at. The melted reflections in the water and such. It's beautiful. More fungi starting. At least it's not woods for a moment. Beaver Dam. Successfully made it across the Beaver Dam. On we go. R.I.P. Birdie. I really should have hitchhiked from the crack parking lot back to the campground, because this is the most monotonous, longest feeling 7K in my life. Still going through the woods. All right, at least we're back into some rocks, water, and views. Past a group of 6 guys going off to Heaven Lake for the night. I don't know if that's a collection of dog poop or one healthy bear. Do bears like to poop in the same spot? Pretty. That, my friends, is what I want to see. And this is also what I want to see. Less than a kilometer to finish. I just got the poop scared out of me by a grouse. My God, those things camouflage good. One last leg burner. Came from down here. Going up. And we are done. Here now. I went all around this. I might have to go find my hiking partner. She hasn't come out yet. Oh, I'm so happy I'm done. I actually did it. I can't believe I did it. That was like, yeah, I just can't believe I did it, but now I can cross it off my bucket list. And I got some beautiful photos and videos. I just love it. Now it's time to shower, change into clean clothes, go to town, get something to eat, and some ice cream. I just had the longest shower in history, and now we're at Herbert's Fish and Chips to celebrate our victory. Dessert, blueberry cheesecake ice cream. All right, finally come back, found my site finally. Stranger Danger's gone home. She has a friend that's not well. I'm going to enjoy this site for the night and then head out in the morning. And Curtis left a bag of wood and a bag of kindling. The park warden. Him and his friend, they were amazing. This is actually a cute site. Let's move the picnic table out of the way because I'm sleeping in my car tonight. And if my legs will have it, I'm gonna see what's up over there. If it looks over anything or it's just rock. But it's still a cute site. Climbed up. It's just like a little area. On the other side are more campsites like down over there. But here it's just up here and it just overlooks my campsite. Home sweet home for the night. So simple in the back of your car. Just sitting here decompressing and having a snack. I was craving barbecue chips. And thinking about the fact that I just did that trail. Like, I honestly cannot believe I did that trail. That was wild. That's all I got. Fast forward, I got my whole bag cleaned out. Now I'm going down to the beach. This is a great trail. I'm still processing this one. I found a place away from the beach with a picnic table on a rock. Just gonna watch this drop a little more and then back up to have a fire. Down it goes for another night. Leaving the beach area. Got real people all of a sudden, and I'm not really ready for that many people yet. I just enjoyed 7 days away from people. So heading back up to the campsite now for a fire. This is a calf burner. Oh my God. The beach was like 2K from my site. So I gotta walk 2K back. I think that's enough of a cool down walk. After today. Did I tell you about the shower I had? I'm sorry, Ontario Parks, but I bet you I had to shower for a solid half an hour. I scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed, and it felt so good. And the shower pressure was like spot on. It was so hard. So it felt amazing on my shoulders. And then I pigged out, as you've seen, 2-piece fish and chip. Then I had blueberry cheesecake ice cream. Then I had a Wonder Bar, and I had some barbecue chips. Horrible, I know, but delicious, delicious, yes. And well earned. I don't know if you can tell, but it's very hazy tonight. And I spoiled with such clarity up higher. Almost back. Here I am. I just put the run to a big fluffy raccoon. Well, I'm just gonna sit here a little bit longer with the fire. Continue processing what just went on in my life and try to put it into words. Good morning. It's 6 a.m. Time to start my day. All right, one trip down to George Lake. one more time, and then we're off to the French River before it rains, so I can do the Recolett Falls Trail, and then home. Goodbye, Killarney. It was a blast. All right, let's go find this falls. Visitor center. We're going here. It's a little reed. All right, let's get after it. Oh, Massasauga Rattlers and Poison Ivy. Let's see if my legs can do this. It's 3K total. Before the rain comes, although it's already rained a little bit. So I don't know how slippery this stuff's gonna be. We shall see. Lots of roots, rock. It's very humid out today. It's not supposed to rain all day. I think it's off and on, 40% chance until noon. But I should be home by then. Still processing Killarney. Like, that 7 days went so fast. Everything's a blur. It's hard to video because I was concentrating on, number one, staying on my feet. Number two, not getting lost. And most importantly, just taking it all in and enjoying it. And then trying to get some photos and videos. I watched so many videos of the Cloche trail just to get, watch different people do it of different skill levels to see, like, can I fit in there somewhere? Am I capable of this? To get a general feel for the trail, so to speak. But being there and watching a video are two completely different things. Like, I don't even know if I remember anybody talking about that big decline just before the waterfall that we have to climb up. Like that, I swear to God, that was 750 feet down of just solid boulders. That was enough to get the heart pumping just looking at it. But I don't know. Did I miss that, or just stuff doesn't look as high as it does in person as it does on video. A video can only capture the height of things properly. Another takeaway was you really have to vet your hiking partners, because I just put a post out on a Facebook group that I belong to, looking for, people to do the trail with. It was kind of, I said, it's like a solo hike, but you meet at the end, you all meet up at the campground or whatever. So we all had to have our own gear, and we had to be independent. Like, you had to be able to take care of your own type deal. But obviously, if somebody got into trouble, we would help. But it was like a solo hike, but with company. So anyway, I did that. Stranger danger. We worked out pretty good for the most part, but you really gotta make sure you know who you're hiking with, and take them on hikes with you first, or go on a backcountry overnighter first with them, because you can talk a good game, right? But you have to be able to do it. So now I know next time I vet for hiking partners for a trail, it's going to be a little more thorough. Like, navigation wise, some spots are really sketchy. Like, if you don't know where you're going, you don't know where you're going. And Stranger Danger had all trails, the map downloaded, which was great because that helped us a few times. But she's also giving me updates on the trail elevation, and it was kind of stressing me out, so I did tell her. It's thoughtful of her, but I don't want to know this. Like, I just want to come across it. I don't want to stress over something before I even get to it. And I felt like I was being anxiety riddled because it's like, oh my God, we got the highest elevation gain of the day coming up. And then my heart would start beating, going, oh shit, what are we in for? And then sometimes it was straight up, steep, but some sections were through the woods, where other sections were ridge walking. You know, sometimes you don't need to know exactly what's coming up every second. It takes away from the adventure. But it was good intentions. So, yeah, there's that. It's also good to know whoever you're hiking with, that they can keep pace with you, or relatively the same pace. Obviously, sometimes they're going to be ahead, but for the most part, you guys are doing the same pace. There's views of the rocks and the water. Very uppy and downy and rooty still. Okay, seems most of the trail's this way, so see you when we get to the river. We only had rain the second day, which it was okay because we were still in the woods before Moose Pass, but Moose Pass, that's a whole different breed of its own right there. That's another day, another story. Well, that was a nice walk, and look at this. Pretty. Recolett Falls, I do believe I'm saying it right. The mighty French River. Seems tame today. Okay, back up we go. I gotta find me some coffee. I've always wanted to stop here, but I kept missing the exit. Or I was time restraints. So this time, rain or shine, I said I'm stopping, and now I did it. Now I'm gonna find me some coffee. It's a nice 20-minute hike. Watch your footing. Some of you might take a bit longer, but still it's a nice hike. Rocks are a little greasy now. I have to pay attention. See you back at the trailhead. Another pointer is when you're walking on terrain like this, or any terrain for that matter, if you want to look around, stop and look. Don't keep walking. Stranger danger found that out. Because odds are you're going to end up tripping yourself. I retired my Columbia sun shirt I wore on the trail. It did me well, but it had its day. As soon as I took that off to shower, it went right to the garbage. I shall find myself another one. What I really want is a really lightweight sun hoodie, which I think I already said. And I was looking at Outdoor Vitals, but the comments, people loved it, but they say it snags easy. I don't want something that's going to look like it's 5 years old after I wear it one time. And I can't say enough about my Hokas. Anybody who's looking for a good trail shoe, I mean, I'm not a trail shoe connoisseur, but these have never failed me so far, knock on wood. I just purchased these before the trip. I think I went on 2 trail walks with them, put a brand new set of super feet on the inside, and I didn't get one blister. And I wore Darn Tough socks. I know everybody has their sock preference, but Darn Tough haven't let me down yet either. There's a lot of backcountry canoe routes on the French River. If anybody canoes, I don't even know how far this river goes, to be honest. I'd be lying. But I know there's a lot of backcountry sites for canoeists and routes. All right, 50 minutes to hike in there, look around, and come back out. Now I'm gonna go across this green bridge, if I can. There's a read for you. I've seen about 3 Massasauga rattlers in my time, and they were all up in the Bruce Peninsula at Cypress Lake. It's a neat visitor center. Really neat. Hopefully it's open when I go back up. Well, this sucks. I can't even go across the bridge I always stare at. Oh well, next time. I'm at least gonna try to take a photo of it, if anything. The bugs are really bad and there's not really a good spot to do that. But that's the bridge. All right, I'm on to find some breakfast somewhere and a coffee. So I haven't had a coffee yet and I need one. Visitor center's still closed, so I'll catch it another time. I settled on Subway. It was quick and easy, but the bread is like so hard. I can't. But I'm too tired and too hungry to really even care about this. So on this beautiful note, I will catch you guys on the next crazy adventure.